Have you ever wondered what the world's very first invention was? Not the smartphone, not the car, not even the wheel. To find the answer, we have to travel back in time, way back, to a world lit only by the sun and the stars, a world without cities or roads. Come with me to a clear riverbank, where a young boy named Tama is about to witness a moment that will change the course of human history forever. Tama sits on the smooth stones, the cool water of the river tickling his feet. He watches his father, a man with strong hands and a focused gaze. In his hands are two hard, dark stones, pulled from the riverbed. He isn't just playing, he's working. He raises one stone and he strikes it against the other with a sharp, forceful blow. "Look, Tama," his father says, his voice a low rumble. He points to one of the stones. "This stone, it can be as sharp as a wolf's fang." This wasn't a random act. It was a skill, a technology passed down through generations. The knowledge of which stones to choose, how to hold them, and where to strike, this was the engineering of their time. Tama watches, mesmerized. Strike after strike, his father repeats the motion. With each impact, tiny, bright sparks, like fleeting fireflies, leap into the air. The sound is a sharp clack that echoes faintly across the water. It's a sound of creation, the sound of progress. Then, it happens. A different sound. A deep, satisfying crack. One side of the stone his father was striking splits away cleanly. What's left in his hand is no longer just a round river rack. It has a sharp, defined edge, tapering to a point. It fits perfectly in his palm. His father holds it up, the new edge glinting in the sunlight. This is it. The first hand axe, a simple tool, yes, but an invention so profound it would echo through millennia and become the foundation for everything we have today. Let's pause here and really think about this moment. Tama grew up in a time when human hands knew no more iron, no more steel, no more bronze. The world was a place of immense power and danger. Survival depended on what you could do with your own two hands, your teeth, and your wits. Imagine trying to shoot down a sapling for shelter, or butcher an animal for food, with nothing but your bare hands. It would be an exhausting, often impossible task. But now, with this stone axe, the world changes. Suddenly, the human hand is no more longer just flesh and bone. It is amplified. This simple, sharpened stone becomes an extension of human will. With it, they could shoot down trees to build sturdier shelters. They could split the bones of large animals to access the nutrient-rich marrow inside a critical source of energy that helped fuel the growth of our brains. They could carve wood into other tools, like spears or digging sticks. And, crucially, they could protect themselves. In a world full of predators with sharp claws and powerful jaws, the stone axe was a formidable equalizer. It wasn't just a tool, it was a shield, a weapon, a symbol of newfound power. The stone, once just a part of the landscape, became a testament to the human mind's ability to see potential, to innovate, and to overcome the raw, brute force of nature. It was humanity's first great triumph of intellect over instinct. This wasn't an isolated event that happened by just one river. The incredible thing is that this leap of ingenuity occurred all over the world. Archaeologists have unearthed these ancient hand axes in countless locations, painting a picture of a global revolution. From the sun-baked plains of Africa, considered the cradle of humanity, to the ancient valleys of Europe, and all the way to Sangiran in Central Java, Indonesia, these tools are a common thread in our shared human story. If you were to look at a collection of these axes from different parts of the world, you'd notice something fascinating. Each one is slightly different. The shape might be more rounded in one region, more pointed in another. The type of stone used, flint, chert, obsidian, would vary depending on the local geology. This shows us that our ancestors weren't just copying a single design. They were adapting, experimenting, and refining the technology based on their specific needs and the resources available to them. Each shape was unique, a fingerprint of the culture and the environment that created it. But their purpose, their fundamental idea, was always the same: to strengthen the human hand, to give us an edge, quite literally, in the struggle for survival. These tools are the physical evidence of our ancestors' intelligence and the problem-solving skills. Holding one of these artifacts, you can almost feel the connection to the person who made it hundreds of thousands of years ago. You can imagine their hands, their focus, their spark of inspiration. This story of Tama and the stone axe is more than just a tale about a tool. It's about a monumental shift in how humans interacted with the world. Before the axe, Our evolution was primarily biological. We adapted physically to our environment over vast stretches of time. But the creation of the stone axe marked the beginning of a new kind of evolution, technological evolution. Humans no more longer had to rely solely on the limitations of their own bodies. They began to create external solutions to their problems. They started to shape the world, rather than just being shaped by it. The stone axe was the first extension of the human mind, a physical manifestation of a thought. The thought was, it can make this better. It can make myself stronger. From that small river where Tama once played, a great transformation flowed out across the globe. This was the moment we stepped onto a new path. It was the birth of engineering, the dawn of design, the very first chapter in the long and the incredible history of technology. Every tool we use today, from a simple hammer to the supercomputer in your pocket, owes its existence to that first crack of a stone on a riverbank. It was the moment we learned that the most powerful tool we would ever possess wasn't in our hands, but in our minds, the ability to imagine, to create, and to innovate. And that, perhaps, is the most enduring legacy of the stone axe. It reminds us that at our core, we are tool makers, problem solvers, and the innovators. It is a legacy that started with a simple stone and has led us all the way to the stars. The next time you see an old stone, take a closer look. You might just be looking at the ancestor of all technology. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey back in time. It's truly amazing to think about how far we've come from such humble beginnings. If you enjoyed this story and you want to explore more incredible moments from human history, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to ring the bell so you won't miss our next adventure. We'll see you in the next video.